What is a question that is asked during an interview that you wish they would stop asking?
For one, why'd you leave your last job? None of your business. Because for one, you can't tell the truth because then you're messy. And tell a business if you tell the truth. Like, truth, that place was a shit show and I hated. You can't say that. It's like they want you to lie. They just want to see how good of a liar you are. And I hate questions like that. Like, just instead of asking me why I left my last job, just simply ask, why am I interested in this one? That should be enough.
I
That's
don't even
it.
like the question, why are you interested in this one?
Because y'all hiring, but you can't say
Right.
that.
I'm like, it's obvious why I'm here. Don't ask me.
I looked
think
at the
that's
job
a stupid
description.
question.
I seen.
Okay, let's get into the weekly question.
Yes.
So this one this week was, it's a fun one.
Okay.
So you have 60 seconds to ruin a date. What are you saying?
Oh, what am I saying? Not what am
Yeah.
I doing? What am I saying?
What are you saying? Or what are you doing?
You know what I'm gonna do.
What you do?
I'm gonna burp and fart.
Eh,
Or the thing that you hate, without saying a word, have my teeth hit that silverware.
that is annoying as fuck. It's like, I'm
I've gotten
like,
a lot better at. I didn't realize I was doing it till you said something.
I couldn't believe it.
I didn't realize I
I
was
said, I
doing
know
it.
my ears are not hearing this woman do this.
But you know what's most upsetting?
What?
When I brought up the conversation, they're like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "When were y'all gonna tell me I've been doing that? I didn't know I was doing
Know
it."
your real friend. Your real friends tell you.
The victor goes, "I did tell you. You told me you weren't doing it." I said, "Now that's valid."
Okay. So that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Well,
That
they
sounds
was
like
like,
Jade.
she said, "You weren't gonna stop doing it." I was like,
Nah, I had to say something. My soul wouldn't let me just let that
I didn't
slide. I
know.
said, well, I'm going to be the one to tell her.
Oh, I didn't know. I was like, damn, have I really been doing this
Girl,
for
yes.
years?
I couldn't believe. I said, I know damn well she is not biting on that damn fork.
So annoying. What
But
would you do?
anyway, so I'm gonna read a few people's. I'll tell you what I do, but I'm gonna read a few people's.
Okay.
So you have 60 seconds to ruin a date. What do you say? Someone said, when they show up, look at them with a flat expression, then say, really? Well, I'm sure you did your best.
Just don't come. Like, I don't. Why are we being so nasty? Just don't come. Just don't show up. Have them at that restaurant by themselves. Not really.
Somebody said, okay, you have 60 seconds to ruin the first date. What do you say? Somebody said, my ex was hotter.
Why are we here? You see my picture before we got here.
Then somebody replied to them and said, let's make this quick. My wife is waiting in the car. Could you imagine you go on a date and somebody said that shit? I was like, oh, hold on.
I know it has happened to somebody because people out here are wild.
This has to have happened to somebody. Somebody said, you have 60 seconds to ruin the first date. What do you say? He said, I forgot my wallet. I'll just eat whatever you don't finish.
Ew.
And you
It will
know,
ruin it for me.
it would. But
Not that I forgot the wallet.
but I'm positive
Oh
somebody
gosh.
has done that.
First
Positive.
of all, my leftovers are for me at midnight when I
This
want to
is my
finish them.
doggy bag.
This ain't for us. This is for me.
Like, do you think I got this big back accident?
You know, I'm more mad about the wanting my leftovers than the no wallet. Is that fat of me?
I'm like, boy, didn't it look like you ain't eating?
My response would be, so you ain't got $47. Okay. All right. I don't know if this gonna work. So you definitely ain't getting my leftovers.
So here's the other one. You have 60 seconds to ruin a first date. What do you say? So do you see this going anywhere? Because my parents really want grandkids soon, and I already showed them your LinkedIn.
First of all, how the fuck did you get my LinkedIn? Facebook is one thing, but your LinkedIn.
I'm like, damn.
Mine is so old, it means nothing.
Right.
I haven't updated that thing.
Now mine is up to date, but
Mine
still, it's
ain't,
like
child.
who goes to somebody? I mean,
I
honestly,
guess it makes
honestly,
sense.
if
It
I'm
makes
going on a date with
sense.
somebody, hey, I don't see nothing wrong with looking at their LinkedIn. Now showing it to people, that's another
That's an
story.
extreme. Looking fine, but
But look at, because
showing,
I want to see, because some people do keep their LinkedIn updated. I
I
keep mine
don't.
updated,
Child, I don't.
and I'm like, so yeah, it'll tell me if you got a job,
But I
probably.
think I have more than one LinkedIn.
Why would you have more than one
Because
LinkedIn?
I know I had to make one in 2010 for one of my classes. And then I have the one that I actually made myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's two variations out there. I
There's only one LinkedIn for me.
have to find it. Actually, what email did I even use back then?
Ain't no telling.
Like, I don't know.
You
But
about to
yeah.
sound like you about to have a third.
No, I know my login.
Okay.
Remember I put that ugly picture from the free headshots on there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So you have 60 seconds to ruin the first date. What do you say? This person says, given my track record, hi, how's it going usually does the trick.
That's sad.
But it's
Heartbreak emoji.
but it's true. Cause like I've been on
Oh.
dating sites before, and just basic manners is to start a conversation like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Stuff like that. People will literally not respond to you if you start a conversation like with, hey, how's it going?
Why
Hey,
would
how are you?
why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they
That
start?
don't make sense to me.
But that they
What you
won't
supposed
talk?
to say?
I don't know what
A
people want.
monologue? You start off with an adventure story? Like what do
They
you
consider you to be like a boring person if you do that, and then they won't. Because I've literally started conversations off like that on like a dating
Yeah.
app, and nothing. I'm like, so what do you want people to say?
What you want? What
I'm
they
like,
want you to write
I
say
don't
nice
know
tits?
you.
What do you want?
I'm
I
like,
know nothing about you to
exactly.
even
And that always baffled me how people get so angry when people start the conversation off like that. And I'm just like, well, what do
what
you
are they
expect
supposed
them
to
to say?
say?
I'm like, they don't know you. They don't, all they know is the 5 questions that you answered
And
on
you
your
look good in a
profile.
picture. That's all they know.
So I'm like, so what are they supposed to say?
Because what are you saying, person that's just, you need so much creativity? What are you putting out there when
I'm
you
like, what
talk
do
to
you want me
people?
to say? Tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. And I'm like, you don't know nothing about me to tell me that.
Because I ain't telling you shit.
And honestly, if you just offer that information, it's going to be a red flag for me.
You tell everybody
Because that
business.
means you ain't going to keep my
Yeah,
secrets.
you tell everybody business what that tell me. If you telling yours, you telling mine.
But that happens quite a bit
Huh.
where people get annoyed
Interesting.
when somebody will ask them like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm just like, I think that's a valid question. I
Are
don't know
we
you.
old? Because I feel like
It's
what
it,
else are you supposed to say?
it's also just basic manners.
I
I
don't.
didn't wake up with you. Greet me.
Hello.
Right. Hello.
Is it me? That video so twisted.
I was singing Adele, but okay.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm like,
I'm like, mm.
nah. But like I relate to that one.
Yeah, I get that one. Heartbreak. Oh.
But you have 60 seconds to ruin the first date. What do you say? Somebody said step one, make eye contact.
God, these are starting to get sad.
And
These are funny.
then step two, put the ring back on.
Oh, that's good.
That was good.
Mm,
You're like, man, wasting my
you
damn
ain't
time.
nobody.
Don't do that to people though.
That's a good one.
It's a
That
good one.
is a good
It's a
one.
good one, but don't do that to people.
Creative. I like it.
Okay. You have 60 seconds to ruin the first date. What do you say? You look so different when I'm not looking at you through binoculars. I'll be like, okay. I start laughing because
I
I'll be like, this
would.
has to be a joke.
I would too, but then if they weren't joking, I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah,
so for my safety, I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna leave.
go.
I'm gonna leave.
You already know where I live, so I might see you later.
Yeah, because you apparently been watching me through binoculars and everything.
Police
So,
will be at
I
my
guess
house.
see you later.
Police will be at my home. Thank you.
Please don't, please don't
They
chop me up and put me in the freezer. Uh,
gonna feed you to the pigs.
ugh, and they eat
Show
anything.
what they'll eat. They'll only leave your shoes. That's how this one got caught. Cause they found all the shoes. It was so sick.
Uh,
Anywho,
you have
yeah.
60 seconds to run the first date. What do you say? I hope you don't mind. I brought my mom along. I'd be like, you better take your mama back to wherever you just brought her from.
And when he say that, I just go gather my things and walk away.
I'm not trying to meet your parents on the first date. That is
Uh,
wild. We had better been friends for decades.
why would she want to come? It shows she's insane too. Because if somebody's like, "Hey, mama, I wish one of my boys would come. I want you to come on my first date with me." What? No.
You must have lost your damn mind.
Do you hate them? What?
Are you not trying to get laid?
Is this a friendly meetup where you told somebody you would meet up with their cousin, but really you don't want their cousin? Is
Set up an
that
emergency call then.
don't waste your one opportunity for me to be on bullshit with this. Don't waste it because you got one chance or I'm gonna be with the shit.
With the shits.
But you gotta use it wisely. Don't waste it on this shit. Is what I would legit say. Don't waste your one chance for me to be with some bullshit with you.
I
Well,
was
on this,
like,
don't waste it.
nah, I ain't trying to meet nobody mama until at least date 20. Sorry. That's a big
It's a big
step.
step, especially now we're grown. There are implications to
Mm-hmm.
that. People think things. People feel things.
And not even just that. People, I don't know if people just don't realize it, but the older you get, when you meet the other person's parents, you're also dealing with the baggage from them from your previous relationships. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
everybody has their baggage, but when they think about that, they think about, oh, the woman and the man's baggage. But I'm like, no, the family also has baggage because they had to deal with your previous relationships too.
They burnt out. They done already decided who I am before I even
Yes.
met
And they're
them.
using that baggage from your last relationships to determine that.
Taking all them slowers, and then I come along. Now they think I'm a slower because I didn't know your track record. I didn't
Hmm.
know.
This one gonna be gone in 3 months too.
With my purse, bitch.
I'm just like, nah, I don't need to meet your parents, and I don't even need to meet nobody in your family. Mama, daddy, brother, sister, nephew,
Did I
niece.
tell you about the time I got ambushed with a family meetup?
Nah, couldn't be me.
I was tricked. Hey, you want to go to the park? Yeah. I get to the park, the family at the motherfucking park.
What
The
was it,
family,
a Barbie family barbecue or something?
they just at the park. It was a setup, and I was the only one who didn't know what was happening.
Nah, couldn't. Nah, I that needs to be planned out. We need to
Oh,
discuss it
Jocelyn.
first.
Oh,
Like,
it was I didn't know what to do. I was like, damn, I didn't even drive myself. How
again,
do I get out of
I would have
this?
Ubered.
You know, I don't got no damn Uber account.
And okay, and you could easily create one.
I was already there.
While he was sitting there introducing me to everybody, I would have been on my phone creating that damn account.
My brain was like, I am more than likely never seeing you people ever again. So it's fine. I was like,
And there's nothing wrong with meeting the dude you with
mm.
or the person you with family. It's just that's a
Both
big
parties got to
step,
agree to this
and
shit.
y'all need to discuss it first. Um. Okay, you have 60 seconds to ruin the first date. What do you say? Yeah, I think you'd fit in my freezer.
That's what you said. One of your fears. Don't you chop me and put me in no freezer.
I am so terrified of ending up with a serial killer.
I said, if anything, I could see you being the serial
Oh,
killer more than you ended up a victim of one.
I
You have
look.
tendencies, man.
I don't think I would make it as a serial killer. Although I think Virgos are one of
Y'all all
the
the ones
have.
chopping up
I
motherfuckers. I'm
think
trying to tell
Virgos
you.
do have the highest number, not the maybe not the highest, but one of the
Y'all up
highest number
there.
of serial killers that's been like found. Um, nah, I couldn't. I want to tell somebody. I couldn't be a serial killer.
Yeah, they tell their other personalities. That's who they tell.
Yeah, I am
Tell
the.
you would want to tell somebody, not that you against it. I would want to tell. Or you better Zodiac killer just taunting the fucking police. That's who he told.
Nah, because I'm
I
too.
will kill someone born under the lamb on the 13th.
I'm too reckless for that. I I try to push the envelope way too far that I get caught because I'm like, oh, I got away with it this time, so let's see if I do this when I get caught.
That's how they all get caught.
Yeah, so nah, I wouldn't be a good
Told
serial
you you
killer.
got tendencies.
I told
But
you
it,
the main reason I have not committed such a crime yet is
mm-hmm.
because I don't want to go to hell and I don't want to go to jail.
Which are both places you would go.
And I don't want neither of them. I'm just being honest. That is the only reason I haven't done it.
Okay. Like I said, you have tendencies because that shouldn't be the only reason you ain't done it. But okay.
I feel like I'm just honest and a lot of people ain't honest. I feel like there is a good portion of the
Oh, they'll
population
do it
that
in a
those are the
minute.
only reasons that they don't do it.
That's why laws are here to protect us.
Exactly. If people didn't have to have consequences for
No,
doing
they
it,
do
I
it.
think most people, everybody, it'd be just the purge every day.
And the thing is, the more and more we get into our lives, the more I go to purge. Seem like something that could realistically happen, and it
Yeah.
scares me. I said, "Oh, child, I hope I'm dead when it happens because I don't
Ooh,
wanna.
child,
Things
things are
ain't gonna
gonna
get
get
easier."
easier. Uh, but well, let's just do a quick segue into that.
Yes, yes.
Could you survive the purge?
It depends if I have Victor.
Okay, look. When I ask you this question, I'm not talking about if you have your
That's
husband
the truth.
because it's
I need
so
him.
no.
No. Well, no, it depends how much money I had to protect myself.
True. Okay.
Because the poor people always died. They always died. But I'm
See,
not
I've never even
poor.
seen the purge.
Oh, I
Um,
It's like how good, but then again, it depends on the mindset of the motherfuckers who know you. Because clearly, it's people who know you coming to kill your ass. It ain't complete strangers. Somebody, I hate Betty Sue, beep South, bleep bleep. I hate
bleep
her.
bleep.
I hate Betty Sue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the purge and click click Betty Sue, and I'll feel better. Then they'll go on.
See, I would be that person again if I had, the funds to do this. I would be that person that had the whole room where nobody could get in and everything. But I'm the idiot that
That would
likes to.
leave to kill somebody.
Oh, I definitely no. I'd have underground tunnels and stuff so I can get to people and kill them. But I have my own room where people couldn't get to me, but I'm an idiot and I like to tell people stuff. So I be the dumbass that tells somebody like, "Oh girl, look, here, this the code to the room. So if you ever get to the purge, like you can just get in here with me." And I done told too many damn people, and now somebody done used the damn code. And I'm thinking it's your ass getting in, and it's somebody else
And now
coming
you
in to kill
dead.
me. Died in the damn room I built to protect myself.
But if you know this about yourself, just don't do it.
I always
There's the
gotta
whole movie. You just ruined it.
I always gotta do some shit. But yeah, I built underground tunnels. I have all kinds of
I just be hiding.
passageways.
I ain't even worried about killing nobody. I just want to make it. I don't give a fuck about killing nobody. I just want to not die. I don't care about killing a damn soul. I just want to not die.
Nah, I know
That's it.
if I was outside during the
I
purge,
wouldn't be outside.
I'm just saying if I was.
You would be.
And shut up. I would it would be for the pettiest of things that somebody would have to go. If I saw you litter, you gotta go. You're gone.
That don't even make goddamn sense. Why the fuck you outside? You looking for reasons to kill somebody, so you outside to find
I'm
it.
just thinking about things that makes me want to run people over anyway.
Oh, that remind me. You know what happened on a roller coaster? You know some trifling little girl threw some trash?
And see, she would have been the one that I'm like, purge.
Me, but we was like, somebody, lady said, I know the F she didn't. Mind you, we on the roller coaster. So it's, and then you nasty bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
there
I couldn't
is,
believe it. I said, did she just,
I,
did she, on a, bitch, you got harm somebody. We on a roller coaster.
I cannot stand people that
I
litter.
don't understand why it's so many trash cans everywhere. I don't
I
get it.
cannot stand it. I had a friend that would always try to litter, and anytime she was with me, and I said, you don't pick that shit up, and I said, hold it till we get to a trash can. What the hell are you littering for?
I don't get it.
I'm
It
like,
doesn't make sense.
I'm like, it burns me up, Jade.
Or the people that litter right next to a trash can. Or
I
like people at the
just
gas station, I take the gas, they go get, they throw shit out the window. I'm like, it's a trash can right next to the pump. You already gotta go to the pump.
I
You
can
already over there. Just put it the fuck in there. I don't get
I
it.
cannot stand to see people
I
litter.
don't
It
get it.
burns me up. And yeah, it just burns me up. That is like
You like,
one of the
you die
things. If
today.
it was the purge, everybody that I crossed that I saw throwing something on the ground without like there's a damn trash can. Literally 60 feet from you. Not even 60 feet, 10 feet. You gotta go.
Smart people are hiding. Like, so I just want to hide. I don't give a fuck about killing nobody. I just want to hide and live to see another day. I don't even want to, clip nobody. I just want to be like, glad that's over and then go on about my day.
Yeah, but it comes back around. I see my thing is I don't know if I want to survive the purge because
Every year you got to
every
go through
year
it.
I'm gonna have to go through this every single year.
Seems stressful.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want that kind of stress on my life consistently. Just go ahead and put me out my misery. Send me to the Lord. Like,
You should watch it though.
I
It's
don't
creepy.
I don't care to see it. That's
It's
the thing.
creepy.
I mean, I get the premise.
It's so creepy.
So I was like, nah.
It's creepy.
I
It always scares me because I see it happening. That's what scares me about it.
I feel like every day we live in the purge anyway.
There's something new every day. Like I said, I don't know
At this
how
point, if
we
you
ain't covered
survive
in
every
gray
day,
hair.
you are winning.
We've recovered. Us millennials have lived through so many
At this
things.
point, if you wake up every day, you are winning.
Baby, it's real out here.
Because people are losing their minds. That's why we trying to do a podcast where people could just come and laugh. Because people are going crazy. It's so much just shit going on in
Yeah.
the
We
world.
need a little hardy hard too. We
Like,
need it. We
I'm
need
so
it.
tired of like, and I get talked about because like I don't watch the news. And I just don't care to. There's so much shit going on. I'd rather stay in my naive, ignorant bubble than to watch the
Well, at
news.
least you know it. Cause I hate the people say, "Oh, that stuff ain't real anyway." How would you know? You don't need. But you go. You know what? To keep my sanity,
And that's
I'm
exactly
just
why. I'm like, I'm
not
not saying
gonna
it's not real. I know
engage.
everything that they talking about is legit and it's real. I don't want to deal with it. I
I
got enough
torture
shit going
myself.
on in my own personal life. I don't want to deal with what's going on in the world.
Too bad I'm involved and I'm stressed out. I can't
See?
help it.
No.
But that's why I shop.
See, no. I don't regret when COVID was a thing. And I'm telling you, I didn't find out COVID was really a thing until they were shutting us down.
Oh,
And I'm happy about that. Cause you know why? Everybody else stressing out and I'm just living my happy life.
I wasn't stressed. I just was like, well, Americans are nasty. Let's see how this go. And that was my first. I was like, they don't even wash their hands as it is.
I heard
They
about
ain't
people
about to
getting
do
sick.
that.
I heard about people getting sick and I was just like, it happens.
Well, I caught COVID, but I caught the vid before we knew what it was, and they was calling a respiratory illness when
Nah,
they was caught because I didn't know. I caught it from work. This is before we even knew what it was. I was jacked up. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
to my knowledge, I didn't catch it
Ooh, I was
until
jacked up.
2022 or
Oh, late in the
2023.
game. Late in
Yeah.
the game.
Uh to my knowledge, I didn't.
Oh, I forgot about my recent one. I sure did.
Cuz you could also have it and not know you had it.
Yeah, that recent bout that pissed me off.
So, yeah,
Yeah, you got it pretty late in the game.
I was like, I'm just going to continue to live in my bubble. I already don't like being near anyone anyway.
Anyway,
So, like,
luckily, like online grocery shopping and shit was already a thing
and that was all I
before.
was doing anyway. That's the only
It
way
was
I shopped.
before.
Everything I had to purchase was done online. So I was like, I already don't go around people. When I'm out and about, I can guarantee you I am by myself and I'm not going around people. Hell, I even make sure that if I go to the movie theater, I am there before 11 a.m. so I'm the only person in the theater.
It's always somebody. Wanna why? Cause I met somebody there early too, ruining it.
Yeah, but
You ain't
usually
alone.
we are at least 10
Different
feet from each
sides.
other.
Might as well
So
not even be there.
exactly. So I just never was that person that was just like, oh, and my mom, she watches the news like it's the latest, greatest sitcom,
Honestly, it kind of
or at
is.
least she used to. I don't know if she still does, but I don't get how people can just watch the news constantly like that. It's so depressing.
You know what news is more depressing?
What?
Local news.
Well, yeah, because
That
it's more is
shit.
because it's right in your backyard.
And what's worse is it's important shit and then the most mundane, stupid shit. You like, I
Yeah,
don't give a damn about no dog
I
walk.
don't.
Get out my TV with
Like,
it.
sure, what's happening across the country is sad, but shit, it ain't impacting me really because that's across the country.
Well, the shit happening 10 feet away.
Yeah,
You'd be
like,
like,
wait now.
I'm sitting there like, I drove past. I don't recall seeing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that's how that works. It's proximity. It's closer to you, so it impacts you more. Yeah, nah, I'm not watching the news. I couldn't. People tell me,
I watch it.
you should
I
at least be up to
engage.
date on. And I don't look. I don't need to be up to date on nothing. As long as I am waking up and I am breathing, I'm good.
You know what? I think I want to get back into the newspaper.
I only like the newspaper for the comic.
I like it more than just watching the news. I enjoy the newspaper.
I haven't looked at a newspaper since at least 2009.
Well, I have my digital newspaper. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same. That's why I still prefer physical books too. It's to
It
me it's
hits
just
different.
yeah, it
And that's why I
does.
go to the library and I pick
My
them up.
issue is I just don't have time to actually read a physical book anymore.
Yeah, I go to the library and I pick them up. I do both. I have my ebooks because the kids have their books, and I don't even want to get them involved with ebooks. You know, I want them to only know about, but I'm sure at school they do.
Of course.
I'm sure at school they
100%.
do.
I mean, most textbooks now are ebooks.
And videos and shit, Giant, because he got his little tablet at school, and he shows me.
I mean, nothing wrong with ebooks. Not ebooks. I don't like ebooks. I don't like ebooks at all. But I do like
Why? I love an
audiobooks.
audiobook. An ebook is like, but an
I
audiobook,
tried to do ebook. It just I
audiobooks
didn't
are
like the
better.
whole. It's like I ain't like it.
I'm sure it's more enjoyable on a Kindle versus like your phone.
Oh, I tried it on. I actually had an ebook, and I was like, I don't like this. I just didn't like it.
I prefer the audio. If it's not gonna be
If
a
I had to
physical
do
book, it's
if
gonna
it's
be
gonna be
audio.
digital, I prefer it be an audiobook over a ebook.
It's easier to listen to. I could listen to it in the car. I could just plug it in and listen
But
to
because
it.
my thing was this: if I'm going to be sitting there actually reading something like
Might as well
that,
have a
might as
book.
well have a physical book. It's like, but you could take it with you anywhere, just like you taking that tablet with you anywhere. You could take that book with you anywhere.
Same place.
I'm
Except
like,
you don't gotta
it's
charge the book.
you ain't gotta like. I'm just like, I don't
You
like
don't
it.
gotta
I mean,
pay. You have the
some
book.
people like it, and that's their prerogative. It wasn't for me.
I prefer audiobooks.
I
If
don't
I'm not
prefer
gonna
I
read or if I can't read a real book, my second choice is an audiobook.
same. But anyway, so I got some news for the folks.
Yay, news.
I got a new job.
Yay! Woo
Just turned in my notice today.
woo! Ooh.
So it's gonna be
Interesting.
I gave them a month's notice.
Which is very kind of you.
Very kind. At least I think it's very kind. We'll see what comes back. But yes, I have found a new job that is gonna be giving me what I am worth
Mm-hmm.
in doing something different. Not terribly different from what I
Yeah.
currently do, but a little different from what I currently do. But even more than that, is going to allow me to put more funds into the podcast to get it
Which is
where
nice.
we want it to go. And I cannot wait to start. And I think we did an episode on job loyalty and stuff and all that
Show
other good
did.
stuff before, but I just want to reiterate, if you do not feel that you are being appreciated,
It's because you're not.
it's probably because you're not. Do not have so much loyalty to a company that clearly doesn't have it for you.
Yeah, you disloyal to yourself, trying to be loyal to them, and that don't even make sense.
And oh my gosh,
Don't even make
and
sense.
start looking, if you want to leave the company that you're with, start looking for a job before you are desperate for another job. I thank God that I wasn't in that position where I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I have to get out of here. You know what I mean? I was nearing that. I could
You
feel
were
it.
close. You wasn't there
I
yet.
could feel it coming, but I was like, I'm not there yet. But oh my gosh, I didn't realize how terrible the job market is right
Sure
now.
is.
And if you're looking for a job that's like, oh, you have to be in person, those are a little easier to find because your competition is more concentrated to where
Where you
you
live,
are.
yeah.
But for the type of work that I do, most of these positions are now fully remote positions.
Or
So
hybrid,
I
yeah.
am competing with
With everybody.
everybody in the country.
Anybody with internet is your
Yes.
competition.
And I was just like, there was one company I applied to over 25 positions with them, and they rejected me for every single one
Which
of
is
them.
wild.
Even though, like, because everybody know I have Chat GPT. I even ran their job description through Chat GPT with my resume, and Chat GPT was like, "You are completely qualified for this position." Couldn't even get to the interview.
Be like that.
And I was like, 25 positions.
You like, who exactly are y'all
Then
hiring?
who are you looking for then?
They
And
don't know.
I was just like, I cannot believe I've never applied to that many positions at one time.
Be like
And
that.
I was like,
As you know, I know shit's real. Shit is real.
I'm just happy that I still found one within my goal. I set a goal and said I wanted another job by I think I said by June,
Mm-hmm.
and that's happening. But realistically in my head, because at that time my track record was I've never not gotten a job that I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me, if I got the interview, I'm in there if I want it. All
Exactly.
you got to do is
Exactly.
give me my
And
interview and
and
I'm in
and
there.
and my history has supported that.
Yeah.
But then I started applying for these jobs and I'm like, I can't even get through to the interview.
Yeah.
And then I would get one or two interviews, and then oh my God, there was one that we actually I made it to the second interview, and I was just like, I don't think I want this.
It be like that though.
But luckily they had decided during that interview too that they didn't want me
You
either.
like, good, we didn't want each other. Cause
Mm-mm. But that also brings me to my question though. What is a question that is asked during an interview that you wish they would stop asking?
for one, why'd you leave your last job? None of your business. Cause for one, you can't tell the truth because then you're messy.
Mm-hmm.
And telling business if you tell the truth. Like, truth, that place was a shit show and I hated. You can't say that. It's like they want you to lie. They just want to see how good of a liar you are. And I hate questions like that. Like, just instead of asking me why I left my last job, just simply ask, why am I interested in this one? That should be enough.
I
That's
don't even
it.
like the question, why are you interested in
Cause
this
y'all,
one?
cause y'all hiring, but you can't say
Right.
that.
I'm like, it's obvious why I'm here. Don't ask me.
I
I
looked
think
at the
that's a
job
stupid
description.
question.
I seen, okay, I'm qualified for this job. I applied for the job,
And
and
even
now
if
we here.
and even if you're not qualified for it, you
You
looked at
wanted
the
it.
job and you was like, oh, this sounds cool.
I like this. Let me apply to this.
Like, I was going to say the same thing, asking me why I'm choosing to leave the current company that I'm at. And I'll tell you, I went on an interview with the same people that during the interview I decided I didn't want. And this was one of the reasons I decided, because they asked me why I was leaving the current company. And I told them, you got your usual,
Your okadoke.
looking for new
New opportunities,
opportunities and blah,
okadoke,
blah,
blah,
blah.
blah, blah. Yeah.
But they kept prodding. They wanted me to talk badly
Which is
about the current
bad.
company. They were like, so, but what behavioral things at your current company is causing you to want to leave? And I was like,
Mm-mm.
see, that's what we're not
Will
about to
not
do.
engage. Will
We're
not
not about to
engage.
talk. I'm not about to talk badly about the current company that I work for, because honestly, I don't have an issue with the current company that I'm working for. I am literally looking for other opportunities. In my instance, that actually is true. I'm just tired of doing what I
You
do
want
at that
something else?
company.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't like the fact that you guys are trying to prod me for
Messy.
negative comments about the current company that I work for, which all is that's going to do is make you be like, she just came here and she bashed the current company. We don't want her for that reason.
When you damn near try to force me to bet. No.
I was like, no, I
Because
don't
I
like
think it's
that.
nice when they never ask. I appreciate jobs that never ask you anything about your job besides what you currently do at that job. That's
Yep.
it. Because that's all they need to know. What do you do there so we can see what skills are being utilized there? What skills can be utilized here based off of what you've been doing? And that's it. Because that's all you really need to know about. If I say I want to leave and I don't give you a reason, that ain't none of your business then.
So, what was a job that you got that you were actually surprised that you got?
You're my first office job.
Why were you surprised?
Because I was folding sweaters and then they was like, hey, I was like, oh yay, I applied to this shit. Had no background in any of it. And I was like, oh, they did, oh, that worked, yay. And then I showed up
There were there
happy to
are
be there.
there are two jobs that I've gotten in my life that I'm actually a little surprised. And one was my first because I've never worked anywhere other than pharmacy
Yeah.
outside of my current job. So my first job was as a pharmacy tech. And I went on the interview and they asked me, do I think the customer is always right?
No.
And
Oh, they hate.
I
I hate
told them no. And I was like, I don't think I was supposed to say that.
them.
But what I said was, no, I don't think the customer is always right, but you have to make them feel
Feel.
like they are.
Yeah, because that's the truth.
And immediately after I said it, I was like, I don't think I was supposed to say that. But
That's
then
a
the
good answer.
person was like, no one ever says something like
It's
that.
the truth.
And I was like, yeah, I kind of thought after I said it, I was supposed to lie, but
Didn't.
it came out before I could stop myself. And that's truly how I feel. They're not always right. In fact, 99% of the
All
time, they're
right.
not right.
But I'm gonna try to make you feel good on your way out. But I still think you was wrong.
Yeah. The other time was when I actually applied for my current job. And I was on the second interview with who actually became my boss.
Yeah.
And he asked me, because at my previous job, I was a supervisor. So I had
Yeah.
people management and I was one of the decision makers. And he asked me in my interview, how do you feel about going from a position where you are one of the decision makers to a position where you're not a decision maker at all?
Relief.
And I flat out was like, I welcome it. I love being able to come to work, put my headphones in. I talk to people if I want to, and I don't if I don't. I said, but as a manager, you can't do that.
Cannot.
And immediately after I'm home and I'm just reflecting on that interview, I'm like, I'm not
Should
sure
not have
that
said that
no, it
shit.
wasn't that. It was I'm not sure they believed me. Because I'm like,
A
a
lot of
lot of managers would say that's been previous
Here's my thing.
managers.
Everybody I know who's been a previous manager said if it wouldn't be a step down in pay, they would gladly not be. I don't know anybody goes, oh, I love being a manager. Nobody. Not
Yeah. I
one.
was just like, I hope they
And
believe
I wasn't just
me.
lying to get the job,
Yeah.
type thing.
Because you do have some managers that do like being managers just because they can be a deciding decision maker. The people that like the power. And
I don't
then
give a damn.
then they come to another job as a lower staffman that doesn't have the
And
ability.
then
And
they get
all they
mad.
do is talk about how, oh, I was a manager here and I was a manager. It's
Don't you
like,
hate
well, then go back
that?
somewhere else and be a damn manager
Quit
then.
being thirsty over here. Cut it out.
I'm
Why didn't you just wait for a management position to open up then if that's how you felt? Why did you even
they had to do some major convincing to get me to agree to be a manager with the current company that I'm with. I told them almost from the beginning, because even a senior analyst at that time when I started managed people, but they ended up changing that to where a senior analyst didn't. And my boss had got promoted to manager from senior analyst, which opened up a senior analyst position, or you would think it did. And I told him, I said, I'm not interested in that senior analyst position at all because it is a people manager role and
and
I
I
do
don't want
not
it.
want to manage people. And he's like, "Oh, it doesn't have to be though." And I said, "Oh well, if it's not gonna be a people manager,
Then
I'm
sign me
interested.
up.
I'm interested then." And then he was like, "Same thing for manager. You don't have to be a people manager
They
for
lied.
manager." And yeah, literally, I get promoted to manager, and up until I feel like maybe a couple weeks before we had an analyst starting, I wasn't going to be a people manager. And then all of a sudden, I start getting credentials for a new analyst. And I messaged my boss. I'm like, why am I getting this guy's credentials? And they was like, oh, yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it yet. You're going to be his manager. And I was like, so much for not being a people manager. Okay.
You tricked me.
Luckily, I don't mind being a people manager now as much as I did in the
It would be the
past.
tricking me to piss me off more than being the people manager. Like, you straight up told
They did. They were telling me that
me.
even after I was told that I was getting promoted to manager, I was told I wouldn't manage people. And then literally we got one analyst and they was like, oh, yep,
That's your person.
that's you all day. And I was like, okay, whatever. It's just one person. It's not like the last company where I was supervising up to 20 people. Those people
I
tried to
don't got
get
the
me
patience.
fired.
When I tell you I don't have the
Here's the
patience.
other thing people need to realize.
Ooh, I don't got the
Your
patience.
coworkers, 99.9% of the time are not your damn friends. Stop putting so much trust in your coworkers.
Most time they plotting.
They are. Like I said, not the current company that I'm getting ready to leave, but the one before that, the amount of people that would come to me and tell on they so-called friends
I can imagine.
and tell me that they needed to be fired and all this other stuff. I'm
Crazy.
like, you don't need friends like that.
And you gonna go eat lunch with her, knowing you just came out of my office saying to fire that girl, and you gonna go and have lunch with her.
Literally.
She has no clue that you said anything.
I'm like, that
Ooh.
is terrible. That person thinks you are their friend, think you got their back. And you don't. Now, I have been in a situation where I tried to get somebody fired. But in my defense, I never told that girl we was friends. We didn't become friends until after I tried to get her fired. And when we became friends,
FYI, I tried to
I
get you
told her
fired
that I tried to get her fired.
before we was friends.
I did tell her. I was like, hey, so that you don't hear it in the rumor mill.
I did try to get you fired 6 months ago before we was friends.
That was before I realized you was actually a cool person.
My bad.
It wasn't even my bad, because honestly, I don't regret doing it.
It didn't work, so it's all
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, it didn't work. You still here. So,
God, you're terrible.
and I'll be honest, I don't feel bad about doing it, because at the time I thought I truly do. I truly felt she should have been fired. I do. She called in constantly, and I was tired of picking up her slack. I said, get that girl out of here. Bring somebody in here that actually want to come to work.
We're just gonna stand above every time she call off. Hey, Susan called off again. No, get her work away from me. Her manager gonna have to do it. I don't got time.
And to be working in an actual retail pharmacy, there has been so many times that I've had to open and close that pharmacy because that woman called in to work.
Oh, this was retail. Cause like you don't got a choice. Like I'm here, I'm clocked in. The customers are still gonna come, whether you show your ass up to work or not. And I'm already here. Now I gotta do everything. Ooh, that pissed me off. I've been flattening her
Nothing was
tires.
like the time she pissed me off so bad. I could honestly, this almost ruined our friendship, because me and her became roommates. And there was one day I had the morning shift, she had the closing shift. And mind you, our pharmacy closed at latest 7:00.
Not even that late.
Latest 7, and that was only one day a week.
Oh, okay.
Only on a Monday.
That ain't bad.
Every other day we closed at 6:00 Tuesday through Friday and 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday.
That ain't bad.
So I go in for my morning shift. While I'm at work, we get a phone call, or the pharmacist tell us that she called in, and I ended up having to stay till closing.
And we live together? Oh no.
Tell me why I get my big black ass home, walk in the door. She's dressed and ready to go out on a date. I said, so, oh, okay. I literally had a whole conversation with myself. Like, should I tomorrow morning go and tell the pharmacy manager about this shit? I didn't do it, but it did cross my mind because
My
I was like,
raggedy
this is some
ass. I would have
bullshit.
threw food on her motherfucking clothes. Bitch, I dare you. And you ain't going no fucking. I would have busted though like, I know your whole ass ain't finna go on no goddamn date. After you didn't even bother to warn me about this bullshit so I can be mentally prepared. You
Because
just like,
like, if she would have came to me beforehand and been like, hey, I got this day coming up. Do you think you can cover for me?
fine,
You know, I was
sure.
like, yeah, we
It's the
friends. Why
surprise
not?
attack of it. I'm like, to have my number. We live together.
And she was also the person, and I hate when people do this. She would call
Mm.
in, and then like I'm at work during my break or something, and I go on Facebook, and she been posting all through Facebook. I said, you can't be that fucking sick.
I hate people like that. Be smart enough to not post when you supposed to be sick. Don't post a picture of you
Go
getting
be
fucking
sick.
gelato and you was supposed to be sick.
It used to piss me off so much. But I'm telling people put way too much trust in their coworkers and be thinking that their coworkers are their friends. And you know what? I One of the things that the new company said in my interview was like, I don't like it when companies say that we're family. We're not family.
We're coworkers.
And that's where me and him disagree. He said we're more like friends, and I agree with him, but I was just like, oh, we ain't even friends. That requires for me. Now everybody has different definitions of what friendships are. We've talked about this several times. For me, my true friends are people that are involved in my life. They know something about me personally.
Well,
They
yeah.
don't know, oh yeah, Jocelyn got a podcast. You need to know a little more than that. Sorry.
Well, I guess what they're trying to say is like, yeah, we can be friends.
Exactly.
That's
We
what they're trying to say,
can be
but we're not
friends.
family.
I
There's
am
no way,
I
shape, or
am
form.
open to being my coworkers' friends, but that requires me to have a certain level of trust with you because everybody does stuff at work that they ain't supposed to do.
Sure do.
And I need to have a certain level of trust with you that you ain't just looking for information to go run and tell somebody so that you can move up and make me look bad.
That's why you gotta watch them. For one, I don't. Most coworkers are not friends on Facebook. I don't care if you send me a request. Depending on who it is, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna deny
Me
it because
and
I
you
don't
ain't even
trust your
become
ass.
friends on Facebook
For a
until after you
while.
left community the
After
second
a
time.
while. Cause you can't trust people from work. I don't
Yeah.
just be willy nilly adding motherfuckers from work. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Well, I did
Mm-mm.
at the current company that I'm getting ready to leave, and I went through and I deleted just about all of them too. I did at one point because we were all Facebook friends, and it's gonna sound real bad, but I don't consider them to be my friends. So they were like posting all the time. And I was like, I couldn't give two fucks about what's going on. So I was like, remove. I don't care. One of them removed me because she got mad at me. The one that tried to steal that dog.
Cause that's bananas.
So
That is
y'all, so let me
crazy.
tell this story, right? This is the last time I ever tried to be a good Samaritan.
That was
I'm
wild.
on my way to the grocery store one day, and I see this dog just roaming down the street, a busy street too. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna pick this dog up and see what to do. And this is my first time ever doing this. So I picked this dog up, and I had to actually go work in the pharmacy later that day. So I'm like, I can't leave this dog in my house.
Yeah.
So I'm calling everybody that I know that has dogs, saying like, hey, is there any way you can hold on to this dog while I try to look for the owner or whatever? And finally somebody tells me to reach out to this specific coworker, and I do. And she says, yeah, I'll, fine, drop it off to me. I'll hold on to it till, you can find a
Like,
home.
cool.
I'm like, bet. So I start researching what is the proper protocol for this type of situation anyway, because I don't even know what to do. Do I turn it into the shelter? Do I keep it for, like, is it now mine? Like, what am I doing? So I ended up finding out, like, oh, after a certain number of days, if you don't want to turn it into a shelter, because most of the time you take it to the shelter, they'll likely euthanize it, unless you can get it into a no-kill shelter, which sometimes those can be hard to
Well,
get
the
them
beauty of
in.
the shelter is they can figure out who it belongs to, though. If
If it's
nothing
if it's
else, if
chipped.
it's chipped, they can figure out who the owner is.
So now I get to work because this was the weekend. I get to work on Monday. Me and this coworker are talking about it. And I tell her what I found out, and I say, okay. And she was like, yeah, if we'd be interested in keeping it, or something about, like, I think her sister was interested in keeping it. And I said, yeah, I put a post on the neighborhood board thing
Mm-hmm.
to see if I could find whose dog it is. From what I'm told, you have to at least attempt to find the owner, and if you don't hear anything over a certain period of days, then you
Yo, dog.
can give
Yeah.
it away or whatever. And I said, so yeah, if that passes,
Yo,
have
dog.
it.
Yeah, do what you want.
Um, why this woman go ahead and get that dog to her sister? And then we found the owner.
I'm like, well, I told you
The
I was looking for the
owner,
owner.
this was right before, as I was getting right when around time I was getting my tubes tied. And the owner was dragging me on the neighborhood board, talking about I was stealing her dog.
I'm trying
And
to
I'm
figure
like,
out who dog it is.
and I was like, because at this point, I'm trying to get the dog back from the person, the coworker, and she's not giving it back to me. And I'm literally in between both of them, like sending messages between, like just passing messages, and then finally I said, you know what, I'm gonna put us all in a group chat, and I said, can you please get these people
To give
their
you your
dog
dog
back?
back.
I'm like, I had just moved over here too, so I'm like, I don't have time to be.
Having beef with this lady.
Exactly.
Because
I
you
don't
stole
want
her
to have
dog.
no deal with the neighbors now. I just moved over here. And so she was like, well, it's out in, I think, Seymour,
Well,
Indiana.
y'all got to
And I
go
said,
get
well, you
it.
need to go get it. I'm like, I don't know why you gave your sister
I
that
told you
dog. It
don't do
hadn't even
that.
been the number of days that we talked about. And she was like, well, I already gave it to her. And I was just like, well, you need to go get the dog back.
It was never yours to give away to anybody in the
So
first
then
place.
now we're all in a group chat, and I've exited the conversation because I'm like, now y'all are talking to each other, and the owners of the dog is sending message after message after message, and the coworker is ignoring all of them.
I would call the police. Because this way you stole my property.
And
Like,
that's what they said. And I even talked to a lawyer. I was like, what can I do? And they was like, pets are considered property. This
mm-hmm.
is stealing. And I was like, but I'm being blamed for it, and I'm trying to get them their dog back. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it. I was just trying to get the dog off the street because it was small and I thought it might get hit by a car. I was like, I wanted her to just hold on to this dog for me because she is better with animals than I am. And look what's happening. And I'm trying to get her to set up a time so that they can meet, and the owners can get their dog back. And she's telling me how clearly mistreated the dog is. And I'm like, I'm not saying the dog isn't mistreated. The
It's
dog
still they
might be
dog.
mistreated. I said, but the proper thing to do is to give them their dog back and call animal services so that they can investigate.
That's all
I
you
was
can
like,
do.
that is the proper thing to do, not steal their damn dog
Because now you a thief.
and making me one, because they ain't dragging you on the poles, they dragging me.
The good Samaritan.
And finally, like, they wouldn't meet up with each other for whatever reason. I don't remember
Oh, girl trying to
why.
steal her dog. But anywho.
Now we get to the day I had, was it the day I had, maybe it was the day after I had my tubes tied. This is when she comes. She still won't meet with the dog owners. She comes and drops the dog off to me, damn near threw that dog at me. I was like, I am trying to recover from having my tubes tied, and now I have to deal with this shit.
I'm like, girl, why? I told you after a certain amount of days, if we don't hear anything from the owner, then you can have it.
Girl, it was a nightmare. I said, I will never, ever in my life do this again.
Honestly, if I was the owners, I wouldn't have called the police on you. I'd be like, oh, who got my dog? And I got their phone number. Police, this girl trying to steal my
And they
dog.
did say that they were gonna call the police. They said they were gonna call the police on both of us.
I won't call the police on you. I don't call the police on the lady.
I was
Like,
like, I said, y'all, if y'all only knew, I don't even like dogs.
I don't want the
I
dog.
literally just didn't want the dog to get hit. I don't want to own a
If I
dog.
wanted to be raggedy, I could have just picked the dog up, not said shit, and just kept it in my house until after the time frame. Like, well, I tried to contact the owner and went on about my damn
I'm like, I
day.
don't even want a dog. Like, you don't have to worry about me trying to take your dog. I don't want it.
I can't be a pet and then go try to throw you. Like, you thief.
And then
You
she
raggedy thief.
deleted me on Facebook.
Because she tried to steal and you didn't let her. Because you didn't let her steal that damn dog.
I was like, oh my God, I'm like, no, I said, never again. I'm never putting myself in this situation again. I was just trying to do something that I thought was right.
Dragged in the neighborhood watch group. You're like, I just got here. They hate me.
You know where I said, you remember the friend that stopped talking to me that turned out she lived across the street? That's where they live.
Right across the street.
Right across the street from me. We could literally step outside our houses and see each
I
other.
don't want smoke with no neighbor. I don't.
No.
It's too much heck.
And
It's
I had
too
just
much.
moved over here.
Yeah, but I don't want an enemy before I even have a friend. Can I get a friend first before I get?
I was like, God,
That's
it's
why she
just.
tried to steal that dog. Be mad at you. She couldn't steal somebody's dog. People are attached to their dogs. You can't be stealing people's dogs.
I was just like, and don't get me wrong, I do think the dog was mistreated.
But it's still their dog.
But I'm like, but legally,
I mean,
I
they
have
must
to give
care
it
for it
back.
some amount to try to get it back. I mean,
Maybe.
because they could have just let it go if they didn't want it. Be like, I ignored, ignored everything.
Well, people are, I couldn't believe it. Coworkers, they're just not your friends. Not saying they can't be your friends, but people have to be a
Not
little more
all of them can be your
selective.
friend. Not all of them.
Yeah, you have to be a little more selective of these coworkers that you are allowing that much access to you to know you personally like that, because some people are literally just looking for info to pass along about you.
Sure.
I've experienced it. It's not fun. I mean, the people at the other company that I used to work for that was trying to get me fired, and I found out from their friends. I was like, "Oh my
What?
God." And I could tell it was working. They would tell on me about stuff and I'd be like, "What?"
I didn't do that.
Not even close. And I was done when a director called me while I was sitting at my desk and had been at my desk for hours. Called me on my cell phone and she was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm at my desk." She said, "Well, I got staff calling me telling me they can't find you."
Like, I've been here all
I'm like,
day.
"I've been at my desk. Like, what? Where are they looking for me at then? Because I've been sitting at my desk. I'm actually logged into the queues on the phones with them, taking calls. So how are
You
they
can
not
look
able
and
to find me?"
see.
I'm like, I'm taller than the damn cube walls anyway. If they just walk past, they could see the top of my head. Girl. And when it was that point, and then when they told me they was gonna promote me to manager, and then decided to
Didn't.
hire the VP's daughter, I said, it's time. It's time for
Time to
me to
go.
go. It is time for me to go because I see what's happening here, and I don't like it. And one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna let a company fire me. I leave. I'll find something else.
So I'm like, I ain't been fired and I don't plan on being fired.
I have only been fired because I consider a layoff a type of firing. It's a type of termination.
It is.
And I've only been laid off from a pharmacy for a hospital system because they decided to close the pharmacy. So that's the only type of termination I've done, or involuntary termination I've done. And even that wasn't involuntary because another location had offered to have me transferred to them. I just knew I wouldn't like reporting to that manager, so I told them no. And I'm like, no.
No, she gonna call me brown uncle.
Yeah. I was like, I can guarantee I'll make it maximum 6 months. Because she gonna think she gonna reprimand me out in public, and I'm gonna have to let her know that ain't how we do this.
And nobody's in the mood for that. So if I can just avoid that, I'll just.
Because I've seen her try to discipline staff in front of everybody, and I was like, you ain't gonna do that
You
to
don't
me.
do that.
If I did something wrong, not saying you shouldn't discipline me for it, But you gonna pull me into a room to do that in private. It
Privately.
ain't they business what's going on. So, yeah, I turned that down quick. In fact, I gave it to the old roommate. She asked me if I was okay with her taking it. I said, I ain't taking it. You have it.
You wouldn't have been my roommate after you pulled that shit on me.
Have
I
you ever had a roommate?
told you halfway that one time with that one
Oh, the
friend.
friend that took advantage of you? Yeah, that was
That
the
was the
only.
one. Well, I guess I got one now, don't I?
No, your husband is not your roommate. You are terrible. Your husband
We
is not
live
your
together.
roommate.
That's what a roommate is. We live together.
I do not consider. Okay, I
Yes,
don't.
my husband is not a roommate.
No, he's not. I
He's
feel
my
like that's
mate in life. He's my
exactly,
mate in life.
exactly.
Yeah, I tried to have a roommate one good time, and that was but I knew as a person I was somebody who never wanted a roommate. Like I knew this about me, so I went from my mama house to my place.
I
I
didn't mind having
didn't.
a roommate. In fact,
Mm-mm.
she was a great damn roommate.
I don't want nobody in my house, child. If I want to walk around in my drawers, that's what I want to do, and I don't want you there.
Not yet. I couldn't do that.
If I would eat a drumstick in my drawers on the couch, that's my goddamn choice.
She was a great damn roommate. I will say, if I was to ever, in fact, when I moved in my house, I asked her if she was interested in being roommates again. Because I was like, shoot, I charge her, rent. That allowed me to put down full payment on my house plus, 1.5 payment on my
Mm.
house to pay it off quicker. And I was like, and if I was to be roommates with anyone, I'd probably choose her because she was a great damn roommate. She never came out of her room, but she paid half all the bills. I was like, I got this whole house to myself for half the cost. Perfect.
She a sucker. Anywho,
No, she
she
wasn't.
should have been like, look, since I don't ever leave my room, I ain't giving you
That's because
half.
your greedy ass would have did that.
I ain't never leave my room, girl. You get 30%. Now you ain't getting no damn half out of
And
me.
I want to talk about what you said last when I brought up a rent party. Rent parties used to be a big
I ain't
thing
helping you pay your rent.
because when it was for little 20-year-olds who
I
didn't give
know.
a shit about giving $5 for a party and
Oh, I
they
know
just
what it
wanted to
is.
party.
I know
And
what
you
it
talking,
is.
I ain't helping your po ass. Like, what the fuck? How little, maybe that's the only way they can get a child, get money. I'm like, she ain't shit. She don't give
I
a
pour
damn.
too. You on your own. I need my own rent money.
I'm like, damn, $5?
For $5, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, talking about something, well, I'm helping your po ass for. I was like, Jay, just, she ain't got no sense, not none sense that God gave her. But you gotta love her.
I'll
But
help out. If
that
somebody came to me, hey, I'm short on rent. I'll give you some money. You don't gotta have a party. I would just willingly give it to you.
you ain't gotta
I
have a
would.
party.
Be like, hey, I really just need $300. I'll pay you back when I get paid next week. You know what? Fine. Depending on who it is.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Fine.
That is not the case for everybody, Jade,
No,
and you
because some
know it.
people will roll out with my $300 and I never hear from them again.
Never hear from him again. I had somebody roll out on me with $20.
Just wow.
Same person that took that damn stroller we gave.
Look, she needed it more than we did. She
That was
needed
an
it more
expensive
than we
ass
did.
stroller too.
Well, we thought we was better terms than that with her, and we
Yeah,
and
we
we discovered
did.
we were not,
Soon as she got that
and
stroller, we ain't hear from her ass not again.
we discovered that, and that's fine.
I was just like,
I'm just like,
okay.
well, she needed that stroller mode. She needed it more than I did, because I surely didn't need it.
I mean, I damn sure didn't need it. I ain't got not a kid.
Hey, the baby wasn't gonna have nothing. I mean, the hospital would have gave her, but hey,
I'm just saying, people need to be careful about who they call their friends. Honestly, that applies to whether it's a coworker or some stranger you met on the street. Be careful about who you be allowing access to you because not everybody deserves it.
they be on foolishness.
And people think they are so entitled to it too, to
That's
access to you.
what flabbergasted me.
I'm like, who are you?
What makes you think that I should be giving of myself to you? Who are you,
Nobody. Nobody.
baby?
Yeah, nah, I don't I've learned in my 37 years.
Who you old? Sorry.
Girl, how I am what, 2 years older than you?
3,
No, wait, how old are you?
30. Oh, I just turned 34. I just
So I'm
turned
4 years older
34.
than you. I told you a whole high school career.
Old.
Cause I'll be 38 in a couple months.
I can't believe it.
Girl, I thought for a second I was telling people the wrong age. Cause I was telling people I was 37. I was like, girl, you
Am I
36.
30?
And then I actually did the calculation where I did the year minus
Yeah.
the current year minus the year I was born. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I am. Wait, yeah, I'm 37.
Girl,
Because it came up 38. And
just
I was
put
like,
your
oh,
birthday
okay.
in Google, and Google will tell you how old you
Oh,
are.
I just did old school and pulled out the calculator and said
Well, yeah, that's how you.
2025
I'm
minus
just saying, if you did, you could
1987.
be like, put your birthday in, and Google will say how old
Look,
you
at the end
are.
of the day, the older you get, the more likely you are to forget how old you are. There
All
are
these
so
birthdays
many
bleed together.
there are so many people that I know that are around my age that when I ask them how old they are, they be like, you know what, let me think about that.
I do have to think. You see, I have to think about it. I said, wait.
Because
I still think I'm 29 sometimes. I don't
I never think
know.
I know I'm in my 30s. I just can't remember the last number. He's like
Well, for a
36,
while, Victor kept telling
37.
people I was 28, and then for like 2 seconds, I almost forgot how old I really was because he kept telling everybody I was 28, and I was like, I know I ain't 28, but how old I am I? Then I had to think about it.
Yeah, well, I just think over the time in my 37 or 38 years, I don't know which one it is to be honest. Uh I've just learned that you don't have to meet people where they are.
So no, you can leave them
You
right
can
where
you can
they
meet
at.
them where they are,
You don't got to stay
but you
down
don't
with them.
have to meet them where they are. If they are not treating you the way you want to be treated, go somewhere else. Don't allow people access to you that you don't think deserves it. Uh
Save it for the people that do deserve
yeah,
it.
because when you get somebody that actually deserves it, you're gonna realize why you should probably left them other people alone a long time ago.
You be like, well, that was stupid.
Never happening again. But yeah, I just don't allow people that much access to me no more. And I'm okay with it now. And I think more people should be okay with it. And I don't think a lot of people are.
And I don't know why. I'm like, you ain't gonna keep playing me
In my face.
just so I can say I got somebody. I'm
I
fine.
don't want friends that bad. Not no more. I mean, there was a point in my life where I did, but
Like I
I
said, the
like I
one
said, I got
thing.
two good friends. Three really, but I it ain't five. And I'm okay with that.
Hey, a lot of people have a ton of friends, but really, when something go down, how many do they really
How
have?
many can you call?
None.
Mm-mm.
Maybe one,
Maybe one.
and
If
that's
you're
how they
lucky.
be. That's how they be. Cause I was
Nah.
scared for your life when you couldn't see. I said, "Ooh, this girl done got this lacy because she blind."
Girl,
I
I
was
thought I
so
was going blind
concerned.
too. I was
Oh, I
so
was so
scared.
concerned. I wouldn't say nothing. I said, "Oh, she got them blind. She done got this stupid shit," but I didn't say it. I
I
just
told you,
showed up to your
like I
house.
said in the episode, I sat there while you was driving and I thought to myself, you knew you shouldn't have got this goddamn surgery. And now look at you, you're blind and stupid. And I was like, I was cussing myself out. I was so mad at myself for getting that procedure done. I was like, you're just blind now.
I
So
was
you
thinking
ain't
too,
got no sight
girl, we
left.
at the same time. I was like, this stupid bitch done went and got this damn LASIK. Now she finna be
And now
blind.
she about to be walking with a stick.
Now I gotta help her blind ass. We both were we had no
I
faith in the system.
I was
No,
terrified.
babe.
I don't care. I woke up and couldn't see anymore, and I was just like, "Oh shit,
Oh
not
no.
my sight, Lord. I like to look.
Ah.
I like to look at the sky too much. If you could five senses, right?
Mm,
If you could pick one to lose, which one would it be?
I need smell.
I need smell because smell is part of taste.
I need sight.
I need sight. I gotta have taste.
I gotta have touch.
That only leaves hearing.
I can't not listen to music no more. I don't want to
Right.
part with none of them.
Well, no, you don't want to part with any of them. But if somebody came, you say you gonna lose one of them, but you get to choose the one.
I guess hearing shit. That's the one that would have to go. I
For
guess.
me, it's touch.
No, I like fabrics and shit.
I like it too, but I like hearing music way too much. And there's more security risk when you can't hear something.
Well, I was like, well, at least I can see. Sight is, I ain't getting rid of that.
No, I'm not getting rid of sight. I think the less risky is touch.
Yeah, but I like it.
I like touch too, but I like hearing more than I like touching.
Mm, I think I want the touch.
You what?
I want the touch.
Nah,
I get rid.
I get rid of touch because I need to hear music. I need to hear sounds. I just
And I
need to
can't not
hear.
taste. Oh, that I gotta taste it out
I
with
mean,
the vid, and it was
I will
terrible.
tell you, if I had no taste, I probably would eat better.
Well, yeah, you would, because you would only eat healthy shit, because it all don't taste
Because
like
what's the
nothing.
difference?
But
But if I'm
then,
going to get rid of taste, then get rid of smell too. Because
and I want both of them.
the only reason I really want to keep smell is so that I can taste. Because smell is part of taste.
Yeah.
Sight, that's just I'm not getting rid of my sight. I wouldn't choose to get rid of that.
Mm-mm.
So to me, touch.
I'll go with hearing, I guess.
Well, see,
Don't know how I'm gonna do a podcast if I can't hear,
right?
but I can talk still.
Yeah, but you're gonna sound weird.
No, because I know how to talk now.
That I think you lose. I don't know. I've never been. I'm hard
I
of
don't
hearing.
know of
I'm pretty
anybody
sure.
that's lost hearing after having it.
Right.
So,
Well, you might in the future.
because I still have music, because I remember music. I just won't be able to hear it no more.
And I would miss it like crazy.
Car rides would suck. Just silence.
I'd fall asleep.
Yeah, now you got that self-driving car. I guess you will be.
Shut up.
We have arrived. Oh,
Shut up. We have arrived.
I don't know
Anyway,
what it says. I
it
don't.
says nothing actually.
You just get there.
It's just GPS.
I feel like it should at least.
Your destination is on your left.
No, I don't like that. I feel like it should say something. Like, you go to a different state and it'll go, you are now in, and tell you the state.
No, I don't know that because I don't have anything that's ever done that.
I forgot you Apple. That's why. Anywho.
Whatever. Anywho, that's a good place to end the episode.
Yes. Whatever.
Hopefully y'all had a good time. Hopefully we got you some good laughs. I don't know if I said laughs like that. Laughs.
I see, I
Some
don't even say
laughs.
nothing. I just.
Make sure you let me send your congratulations because it was a hard time finding this job. For a second, I ain't think I
hard out
was.
here for a pimp.
You ain't no nigga.
You trying to get the money for the rent.
I used to love that damn song. But anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff on the YouTubes. Make sure that you are rating us and reviewing us on the
Yes.
audio platforms. Engage.
We respond back.
And actually, I want to ask anyone that is listening to this or watching this, if you have anything that you want us to talk about. We want to start doing an audience feedback segment. So we kind of need you guys to send us some things that you want feedback on. Like, you got a question that you want our perspective on, you got a story you want us to go over on the podcast, send them to us. All of the ways to get a hold of us is either in our description or in our link tree. Yes. So please engage. Send us some stuff so that we can talk about it on the show.
Viewer's choice
At that point. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, all the stuff, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Deuces.